Hi there, just trying to come into frame properly this week. It's the video of the week. It's a little bit of a Christmas treat. I am already wearing my Home Alone Christmas jumper. There will be more Christmas jumpers featuring in the next few weeks for these videos, but this is the first one. Not the first one I've worn this year. I was out and about on Saturday, so I had to wear the Gremlins Christmas jumper. Maybe that will make an appearance soon. Anyway, I have received some goodies through the post. One or two I had to go and collect at a depot days after it was due, because I had to time the collection around the industrial action taking part, but things get here in the end. It's only gifts to myself, so doesn't bother me. Very strange that the woman on the desk said she was just prepared for hours of abuse. This was on the Saturday because people would be going in to collect post and they were upset by the strike action. Like, just treat people nicely and get on with your day. Like, it's happening for them to try and get a better deal for themselves. We should all be hoping to get a better deal for ourselves, or hoping for people to get a better deal that may have a knock-on effect on everyone. It is what it is. Anyway, I digress. The post that's arrived this week, I don't think I mentioned any of these last week, although I may have said they were coming. First of all, I caved in and got the Blu-ray of Gregory's Girl. Bit of a Scottish film classic. I listened to a podcast that was discussing it, and it reminded me of my affection for it, but also the fact that I've not watched it in quite a few years, and that it's maybe a film I could appreciate even more nowadays compared to when I first saw it a few years ago in Edinburgh. My friend Alan and I went along to a show that was Gregory's Girl live on stage by, I think it was a group of amateur performers, but they all had the right spirit for it. It was very lo-fi, small scale, but a lot of fun. So it sort of reminded me as well, then and there, of the charm and humour of the film. So I'm looking forward to checking that out again sometime soon, which is my general statement for everything that I ever buy. On a different note, King Kong, which I believe is a 1976 film, and I've not seen this since I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I thought the special effects were really impressive, and I was a little bit in love with Jessica Lange. Now, as an adult, obviously, I'm not sure how I'll respond to the special effects, but I'll still be a little bit in love with Jessica Lange. So that will be a fun one to revisit. Like, it's been decades. So I look forward to seeing that in the cinema room. Going to have that on there, speakers roaring, and see how it holds up. See if maybe its reputation as a terrible film is perhaps a bit unfair, as some people have said recently. We reviewed this on the podcast. Yes, madam. We covered it at one point. It's a fun time. It's Michelle Yeoh and Cynthia Rothrock in there, and I can remember the sort of fight sequences. I'm not sure I remember every bit of it, but I enjoyed it. So I like a lot of these releases. This is another one from Eureka. They tend to have some nice extra features on there, and it'll be good. Oh, brand new select scene commentary with Cynthia Rothrock, and another interview with Cynthia Rothrock. So I'm building up quite the selection of interviews with Cynthia Rothrock, which is nice. Arrow Video have just released The Leech. This is also on the Arrow player. It's a fun film. I would say it's on a par with the director's previous film. The director is Eric Penikoff, who did Sadistic Intentions. Sadistic Intentions might be a little bit more playful and fun, but then again, The Leech does cover the idea of morality and sort of charity beginning at home and all that, with the Christmas season as the background. So, you know, it's got Graham Skipper in there, Jeremy Gardner. It's a fun time and I recommend it. But as I say, it's on Our Player, so you might want to check out there first. I'm not sure how awkwardly I'm looking in frame, but I've lost the circulation to my feet already. And Croupier has arrived, a nice real special edition. It is a film that I've not yet seen. I've heard good things about it, and I was hoping to get to this year. I think it would count as a November choice. I think so. Anyway, I'll probably count it as a November choice for next year. So I hope to watch it before then, but we'll see. I'll schedule my review still for November and kill two birds with one stone that way. I've heard good things about it. Clive Owen is someone that I tend to like more and more nowadays, so I'm looking forward to a first time viewing of that one. Nightmare at Noon is one that I just know of from our video advertising it, and from the fact that Nico Mastorakis directed it, who did Island of Death, which is a wild time, but he's also done some films that aren't Island of Death, let's say. So I'll be interested to see where I land on Nightmare at Noon. Could be good, could be really, really bad. And I've got two lovely sets to finish that just arrived. I think this might have been released a while ago, Boiling Point. I really liked Boiling Point, the film, but it's just another gorgeous package from Second Sight. There's the cards in there. I'm not going to open them up right now. And a book with a lot of essays in there, including Christina Newland writing, Clarice Lowry, Howard Gorman and Matthew Thrift. There's also some audio commentaries on here, including one with Jason Fleming and Ray Pantaki, is how I'm going to pronounce that name, and just some really nice extra features. It's a cracking package for a film that is really well worth your time. Pretty much everything Stephen Graham does is well worth your time. Last but by no means least, yes, I did get the Ju-on Grudge set. I've seen some of these films. I can't recall the details of them all. They tend to blur into one massive Grudge movie for me. I actually, blasphemous as it may seem, I've always said I slightly preferred the American remake of The Grudge to the original Ju-on the Grudge, because it slims things down ever so slightly. It cuts out a little bit of the time jump trickery, and that means the focus stays on the atmosphere and the frights, which are really effective. But obviously the original is the reason that exists, but the remake is so good. So I think I've always had the remake on my shelves. I've usually had some form of Ju-on the Grudge and Ju-on 2, but I've somehow not owned them for a while now, so this was a perfect choice. It also has Ju-on the Curse and the Curse 2 and White Ghost, Black Ghost. Now, I can't recall, as I say, which ones I've seen because they'll blur into one, so I may save this for a super duper spooky night in. Loads of extra features. As unhappy as I've been lately with some of the timing and customer service from Arrow Video, a product like this isn't something that I'm going to pass up, and I ordered this direct from them. I think it's one of the last products I'll be ordering direct from them, just with everything that's gone on, but I have a few reward points to use, so I'll be making sure to do that as well. But whatever has been happening behind the scenes with their ability to dispatch products, their ability to take pre-order money from customers or not, the way things get mucked up, as long as they get the product right, and if they treat movies like this in this way, then I'm always going to be keeping an eye on what they do and be loyal to them in terms of their catalogue selection, which is, yeah, that is one of my favourite box sets I've seen sometime. I'll be standing that beside my Ring box set somewhere, and might just have a full weekend of great Japanese horror at some point in the near future, as he says after everything. That's it. A bit of a longer video than last week, I think, or maybe clocks in about the same time. Let me know if you've already seen any of these, or if you've got the sets or worked through any of the films, any of the features, anything I should prioritize that I haven't seen already, and there's a few mixed in here. And yeah, that's it. We'll see what sweater I'm wearing next week. We'll see what arrives in the post by next week, if anything at all, and I'll speak to you then. Bye.